My name is Jarrod Jack. I'm graduating from the ADN program from James Sprunt on May 12th of this year. I was in the Marine Corps for over 20 years. Didn't know exactly what to do when I got out. My wife was a respiratory therapist at the hospital nearby. I saw that the medical field had a lot of opportunities, and I needed a job where I felt like I had job satisfaction and it mattered and impacted people's lives. So I saw that James Sprunt was close to where I live. It had a nursing program. It took me a while to get over the idea of being a male Marine going into the nursing profession, but asked a lot of smart people their opinions, and it seemed like the thing to do. And it's been a journey. There's been good days and bad, but it's been good. The reason why I picked James Sprunt was I live close. I thought about X-ray technician and some other avenues, but because of the nursing profession being so wide and there's so many avenues I could go to, I picked James Sprunt. So once I found out that James Sprunt was a place I wanted to go, there were some prerequisites that I had to do. One being a certified nursing assistant was a prerequisite. So I started that, and that came out of pocket. Once I finished the prerequisites and applied for the nursing program, I was able to use my GI Bill. I went with the Montgomery Bill, but you could use either one. And then also, I was able to apply for financial aid for the first year. My situation changed, so I wasn't able to do it later. With the financial aid, the VA is still paying, and it covered everything, and it really helped. So, and then the last semester, some of it was a little bit out of pocket, but it was affordable, because when I look at a 2-year school and the payoff to what I'm paying in, I'm not walking away with thousands of dollars in debt or tens of thousands of dollars in debt. It's a couple of thousand per year, and that looked appealing to me. You know, some people are in the clinical setting, people are, well, why aren't you a doctor? Why aren't you going to PA school? Why aren't you doing this? Especially when they see a male in a hospital setting. And I break it to them that, no, I'm a nurse. And one of the reasons is I was looking at the payoff and the time. A 2-year school, an ADN associate degree in nursing, is much cheaper, or inexpensive, not cheaper, because it's still quality education, but it's inexpensive compared to the universities. Instead of the tens of thousands of dollars in debt, I was testing the water to see if this is really what I wanted to do. And there are bridge programs where I can go from RN to get my bachelor's, and in the windup, I'm still not sinking in debt. It's inexpensive, and I can work while I'm getting my BSN. If anybody asks me what do I have to do to become a nurse or any health profession, one, don't be afraid to work, because it's not easy. It's not given to you. You have to study. Two, you have to want to make an impact on people. It's not, oh, I'm going to make X amount of dollars, because it's going to wear thin real quick. So the first part is you want to help people, and the next is to talk to people in the profession. And that's what I did. I went to the local hospital. I was able to shadow a nurse, and although their job is intricate and complex, I saw normal people doing great things, and I said, I could do that. I could do it just as well as they could, with education and experience. So that would be the big thing. Test the water, go either shadow a nurse or whatever profession you want to do, and And then you have to look down inside and what's your motivation, and it has to be people and satisfaction, job satisfaction. You want to impact, you want to change things for the better and not be status quo. But you're going to have to work for it. If I've been asked if I would do anything different. If I had all the information, yeah, I probably would, but I didn't. And I probably wouldn't because I'm one of those that I'll figure it out as I go. So I would have done more prerequisites. So now that I am getting my ADN, I do want my BS and a bachelor's of science in nursing. You have to have microbiology. You have to have, depending on what school, you may have to have a second chemistry. And I got what I needed to get into the program. But if I had probably took that extra step and asked advisors and counselors and people that have been there more about it, I would have maybe planned a little bit different some of the classes. Or I'd have taken a couple more classes beforehand. However, I was able to get my biologies 168 and 169 done prior to the program, and that was a lifesaver because they're intense courses, and nursing is challenging enough on its own. So I would, so in that aspect, no, I wouldn't change anything. I would get my chemistries and my sciences that I needed for the program done prior to. When asked what's so special about James Sprunt, I would say the teachers and instructors are people. Yes, they have a standard and a curriculum that they have to teach, but my experience is they interact far beyond just, hey, turn in this test, do this, okay, now go and I'll get ready for the next class. It's I've always been able to approach and talk to the teacher if time allows, and they've invested whatever I needed, whether it was an answer or an example. So James Sprunt is still community, and that's good because it's not so far away that from the population that they're disconnected. They're the people that you see at the store, wherever, and they're real people, and they're genuine.